Hey, welcome to the first Parenting Book Club series. So, one of the books I just read and loved was called The Danish Way of Parenting. And it basically compares and contrasts some of the American/Canadian philosophies around parenting to the ways of parenting in Denmark. So, key things I learned. So, number one, in Denmark, there is a focus on play. And play is really the number one thing. So, when you ask parents, what did you do this weekend with your kids? The typical answer was play. We play, and played. Versus the North American context where the answer is, well, I took my kids to swimming, to tobogganing, to skating, to this activity, to that activity. And so really the idea is often in our North American context, there's a focus on learning specific hard skills. There's a focus on scholastic achievements. But in the Danish context, there's actually a focus on some of the soft skills. And one of those is play, because through play, children have an opportunity to engage in social interactions of a diverse nature with a diverse range of children. They learn how to problem solve. They expose themselves to the fight and flight responses that happen within play. And so all of these interactions essentially build some of the key soft skills for the future interactions of life and some of the challenges of life. So I thought that was really interesting, that play should really be the focus. Another key aspect was authenticity. So encouraging children to be able to understand their emotions, to validate their emotional experiences, and then also use their emotions and their understanding of that to guide themselves in terms of what they really want in life, such that their decision making is based on an internal sense as opposed to just being a football of what the outside world wants. So authenticity around emotional experience. Another key aspect was teaching empathy. And so one of the key ways around parenting is that the Danes work to separate a specific behavior from the child. And so instead of saying that a child is difficult or whatnot, they'll talk about a specific behavior being difficult or a specific circumstance being difficult for a child to manage. And there's always contextualization of attributes and separating those attributes from the child, while also having a growth mindset that there's always room to change those attributes, and also having a focus on processes that a child does as opposed to the end product or the achievement. So I thought that was really cool as well. The other thing I learned was that there's a focus on engaging in hygge, so the idea of engaging in cozy comfort within the family unit, and spending time as a family, enjoying the simple pleasures of life, whether that be sitting outside together, sitting around a candle, being in the outdoors together. So a focus on cozy comfort. So anyways, I really enjoyed some of the parenting philosophies in this specific book. Tell me if you've read the book and what you took away from it. Signing off.